This video is intended for adult collectors 13 and up.
Hey guys, it's been a good while. I know I haven't uploaded in obviously 2 months, but I've been busy with school. Finally on summer break, school's starting up. Been busy. And I've been to a few tournaments. Won once, not the other two I did not win. So today we're doing a review. So this time it's not Beyblade. So today we're reviewing the Power Rangers Beast Morphers Beast X Ultrazord. Here's the packaging. So here it shows. This is actually my second copy. This is not my original. I lost it a long time ago. So on the box we have the Racer Zord, Chopper Zord. I think it's the Truck Zord, Jet Zord, and the Wrecker Zord. Here's the inside with the main 5 Rangers. We got the Red Ranger, yellow, blue, silver, and gold. Side view, we got this nice artwork done by the guy who actually made those old Marvel superhero artworks from back in the day before MCU. Got this side with the Beast X Ultrazord, same mod on top. At the bottom we have the Great Battle Force logo, or the Go Busters logo. Inside is basically a hanger, which is very nice. Hence why I kept the box. And on the back, oh, it's a Wheeler Zord. Okay, so on the back we have all the Zords in their individual modes. Comes with a little hanger. I'll show that later on. So yeah, that's all for everything. On here we got splits, ultra individual Zords, yada yada. And on the bottom right here it just says not recommended for kids 0 to 3, and that's all for the packaging. Now we've gotten to our main event, the Zords. So, first and foremost, let's start off with the Red Ranger. Now, the order of these Zords I'm gonna do is based on the box. So first is the Racer Zord. So first and foremost, here's the little camera focus. First and foremost, here we have the little Red Ranger comes with nice details. See the Morpher right there. A weird pose, but yeah, that's the back, bottom. So yeah, that's the Red Ranger. So now we move on to a Zord. This is the Red Racer Zord. See here, it looks like a normal car. Spoiler in the back. Now let's split it and put the cheetah head on to indicate that Cruz, or Nick from Go Busters, is linked to the Zord. Yeah, it's like that. So it's very simple, really. It's just like, a basic car with a cheetah head on top. And size proportion, I guess, compared to the figure, it's not size accurate. Realistically, this would be in Go Busters and Beast Morphers. Nick, Cruz, and the Red Ranger would be shot up into the chamber, and then the Buddy Roid would be linked up. So yeah, here we got the windshield. The painting and sculpting on this is really nice. Well, to be fair, this is based on a season from 2013, I believe, 2012, somewhere around the time point. Yeah, 2012. So this is based on the Chibi 01 Ace from Tokyo Sentai Go Busters, which was a season, which is the 2013 Super Sentai season. While this is the season after Ninja Steel, complete flop, by the way. So we're right here. It's honestly really looking nice. We got some for articulation. All we got is some basic wheel movement and the cheetah head mouth moves for the cheetah mode. And due to the the ability of the sword, it does that to make the sword and tail. But this does happen in show where the Racer Zord would have the sword pop out and then attack the enemy. I think it happened in Go Busters as well. I don't remember. But yeah, so now let's move on to the cheetah mode. have the Cheetah mode. And honestly, it's not much different. It's just flipped out some parts and yeah. So tail, the sword, this one spoiler now. Tail turns this. Goldbusters honestly did it better with the sword and tail being like a ball joint and then it's being part one with the hands. So then that way it was like easier to like just move around. While this is kind of just a hassle. You gotta pop in and out for either mode. It's whatever. So sculpting, the painting and sculpting of this mode is honestly not bad. It's okay. Goldbusters thing was that these parts would actually just pop out like that, and then you'll fold out the cheetah legs. But here they did it way different, where you just fold them out and then pop the legs out, and then just make it stand up like that. I think they just did it for the fact that now these Zords have more articulation than the original Japanese release. So, speaking of articulation, let's look at it. So, head, still the same. Now the front hind legs move. The only articulation is them moving back and forth, just for the transformation. The back legs, up and down, not much. They go forward, but again, the transformation, same thing with this, same thing on the other side. Tail, it's just pegged in, so it's 360. So yeah, this is honestly an okay mode. And yeah. So not much to say about, but to be fair, the main standpoint of this toy is the fact that it's a 3-in-1. So we got the main Zord mode, we got the animal mode, and then we got the battle mode. So speaking of the battle mode, let's get to it. And here we have the Racer Battle Mode. Painting and sculpting on this so far, it's not bad. I have the legs out like this. It's just the way it's better stability and it's more convenient for me to have when I transform this Zord into to Beast-X Megazord and Beast-X Ultrazord. So first and foremost, let's take a look at it. So on here we still have the Great Battle Force logo. Cheetah head is now chest. Got some nice details on the eyes right here. Then we got a little horn, sword, tail now sword. Back, it looks okay. Just filler right there, but nothing to complain about much. Articulation, it has a swivel at the head, which is very nice. Arms can both go 360. This is on a ratchet, very nice. This is on a nice soft ratchet, and they can twist, but not really. And no wrist articulation. Hands are just like that. Now the lower half. Okay, so leg can go back that far and go far like that. There's no pivot, but it does make go as a swivel right there. Knee can bend, and so honestly, the foot pivot is okay. It wasn't really needed, but honestly, the articulation on this Zord is really good. I like it a lot, and honestly, if you're a kid and you're just given this Zord as if you're a kid who just got into Power Rangers at the time, and this was for your first Zord, you would be content because not only this is the Red Ranger Zord, but this has 3 modes you can play with. You can have the car, the Racer Zord, Cheetah mode, and then you have the main battle mode, which is introduced in episode 2 of the show, I believe. So yeah, you're really happy as a kid if you did get this. So yeah, this figure on its own, it's not bad. So yeah, I would recommend this if you can find a good price. I got this whole set for like almost $150. But honestly, it was worth it. All the Zords were in pretty good condition as well. Now we move on to our next Zord, which is the Chopper Zord. So here we have the Beast X Chopper Zord. It's the Yellow Ranger Zord, and for my actual personal experience, my first ever release of this thing, this was actually my first ever Zord I owned. For some reason, a lot of these Zords were hard to find, and the only ones I was able to find in my area in stores, well, mostly at Target and Walmart, were the Blue Ranger Zord and the Silver Ranger Zord. So yeah, this is also based off RH03. Yeah, I think it was RH03, but yeah. For some reason, the toy in America made it the second one, while in Japan it was the third one. Let's go ahead and swap the head to show the rabbit. So a lot of these heads that are on the Zords in Go Busters actually had the Buddyroid molded into it, while here they just made it that the Zords the heads were just either like the yellow here. They made it like it was the original helicopter cockpit before it swapped to this. While in Japan, the hands here and this here was big. This was way bigger, so then they made the hands like fold out to be the cockpit, but then they swapped it to this. Honestly, I kind of prefer this because that way it's like more. The hands won't be noticeable that they have copper on them. But painting and sculpting on this Zord is not bad. For articulation, all I got is the helicopter propeller movement. And, like the Racer Zord, rolls pretty well. Like my personal experience, this was my first ever Zord. So this, I don't have much to say. I like it. It's a nice Zord. Wouldn't really recommend it as the first Zord to own because it's only like 2 modes on this. But honestly, this is honestly pretty good. I have no complaints. I was really content with this. So yeah, let's move on to rabbit mode. Here we have the Jackrabbit mode. It's okay. They kept the indent where Usada in Go Busters with a toy, where he had his rabbit ears up here, and they would just rest up here. For some reason, they kept it in there, but I think that was just part of the original mode from Go Busters. Paint on sculpting in this mode is nothing relatively new. It's just the rabbit. Besides, if you remove the helmet right there, you get the additional articulation of the. Actually, no, I think you just have it on there. Barely any movement. Besides, if you do that, just pop the helmet off. Not much articulation besides that. No more swivel, even though in show this thing was shown to be spinning. And nothing much. It's just a helmet for B6 Megazord mode. Honestly, it's okay. I have nothing much to say about this besides like the fact that this is just it's an okay Zord. It's just a brick, honestly. I still don't get why, like, when they released this, They decided to include this piece, which I get why in the actual Zord mode, like, in Go Busters, and I get, like, in show, the head was, like, extended to be part of the mask. But, like, prior to this, I know this Hasbro doing it, but prior to this, a lot of the toys that just had helmets clip on, they just had a clip on. Like, I don't know why they changed it to be that you need this additional piece just so you can have the Megazord have the new mask on. If you lost this, then you wouldn't have you wouldn't even have your complete Megazord, because the helmet would just be like, the helmet wouldn't even fit on, because oh my god, if you want the helmet to fit on the Zord, both this helmet and the Ultrazord helmet, you needed this piece to tab in. And this is mostly because now the head has articulation, but like, but this is not really good design, because if you're basically depending on this single piece just so you can complete the look for the Megazord. Not good. Not good at all, Hasbro. From 2019. Shoot, I forgot to show off the Yellow Ranger's figure as well. She's okay. Again, size proportion, not that different. Jesus Christ, they used a brighter yellow on the figure. Holy. But yeah, it's she would be right there, so that'd be really small, so it's whatever. Now, to complete off our main three, we will look at the Wheeler Zord. So here we have the Wheeler Zord, the Blue Ranger's Zord, and painting on sculpting on this is pretty good. I really love the reflective silver paint they use on this. Nice gloss finish on the paint. Yeah, let's go ahead and add the gorilla head. Really nice usage of storage right here. Like, this is made for the the Megazord and Ultrazord combination, but really love the usage of storage from that, since it's not just a complete whole. Love that storage. So yeah, this is now the look you have when the Zord and the Buddy Roid are connected. Not much to come right home about. Helipad right there. You just rest the Yellow Zord, the Jackrabbit Zord on top. Not much. So yeah, now let's transform into Gorilla mode. And here we have the Gorilla mode. Is this really a gorilla? I mean, besides by the head and the arms, this really doesn't look like a gorilla. With the original Japanese Go Busters release, they had it where you had to take apart a good portion of this thing. The arms stay the same like this, but instead of these, I get to pull them off. These would just turn, I believe, and then you just have, and the leg will stay together, and just click the head in place. But instead of that, they did this for Go Busters. I mean, not Go Busters, Beast Morphers. I think what they were referencing was like the shot in the show where the Gorilla Zord was upright and you see the body, the chest piece. Still not a good thing though. This thing does not look good upright. This should have been. They should have kept it hunchback, honestly. Regardless, it's still nice. Sculpting's nice. It's nice. I don't know why they use matte gold on this instead of shiny. So articulation, head can turn a bit. That's okay, I guess. Arms can go almost full 360. Just remove that, and then go full 360. Wrist ratchet, very nice, full 360. Movement for the hand itself. That's how you get. That's mostly because for the transformation. And then we got a semi, I guess. It's that's like upper waist swivel. It's just a weird placement due to the design of this. And that's about it. There's nothing much you can do with the feet besides flipping these, but it's for the Megazord combination. But yeah, this is just rough, man. They really massacred the Gorilla Zord. But now, with these 3 Zords, it's time to make the Beast X Megazord. And here you have the Beast X Megazord. On its own, it's mixed match of colors, but honestly, that's expected of all most Power Rangers Megazords. I do appreciate the fact that they tried incorporating all the aspects of each individual Zords into the helmet. It's really nice. And articulation, these move up from the Racer Zord. Legs are same as well. I'm just not bothering to move them. Just gorillas in a way. But additional movement that isn't from the original... Yeah. From the original Zord is the additional movement, add-on of the arms going up. Like that. Both sides, but besides all that, it's just a Racer Zord with some of the some aspects of the original original product on its own removed. Like, it's just now it's limited just some to just upper arm movement, which is still a lot, but not by much. Head is it's kind of restricted to just the helmet now. So if you put the arms down, it can move, but barely because the helmet's in the way. And like I said from before, this back piece, which I despise because I get it's supposed to make the show, but this thing interferes so much because if you lose a single piece, you cannot form any other measure combinations without that needs the helmet like this. So like I get it's more articulation, but you only did this with the Super Sentai Artisan Thunder Megazord. I know it's called Thunder Megazord in Power Rangers, but when they made the Artisan version of that Zord, they made it where the head and helmet were still disconnected, but like with a different port, and that gave additional head movement. But this, they compromised it by having you needing that back piece. Oh my god, I am not a big fan of it. I do not like it at all. I wish they kept it the same like what they did in Go Busters, but overall, this is a really nice figure, and it's okay. I know I'm ranting a lot about how I dislike it, but it's mostly just a complaint that they could have easily prevented by not including that. But I like it overall. This was my first ever Megazord actually completed, so yeah, I am not mad about it. Yeah. Well, now, since these two are our last Zords, I'm just going to do both of them at the same time. So, here we have the Jet Zord, which is the Silver Ranger's main Zord. There's the Jet mode. And then we have the Wrecker Zord, Gold's main Zord. Not really gold, this is all just like a matte tan color. Not a big fan. Only answer with gold is like the head right here, but that's for later on. So, Go Buster's main gimmick, well, in Japanese release, was that when you slid the Zord across, it would actually flip it out, and allow the Zord to go into the Stag Beetle mode. While here, they just made it where it's just, he hooks on top, so he's stable. But you can still at least do the thing where you just take off, which is really nice. I'll give them props for that. But honestly, they could have just not had it at all. Yeah, but overall, it's on their own. They're okay. Just wish they actually did proper gold paint. Now it's time for both of them to be in Beetle mode, or Mantis mode and Scarab mode. I don't know why they changed it in Beast Morphers. here we have the Beetle modes, or Mantis mode and Scarab mode. Again, I have no idea why they changed the names in Beast Morphers, but literally, you can tell these two are beetles. We got a rhinoceros beetle and a stag beetle. Sorry. I still understand why Hasbro did that, but let's take a look. So here we have the stag beetle, or scarab. Silver paint, nice on here. But then they keep some of the metallic. There's some apps of metallic blue on it, but then not the metallic here because it's silver. But then you get to the mandibles and they just skimp out on the silver. Not sure why they did that, but they did. Jet right here. Articulation. We got the mandibles can clamp. It's okay. Arms. Can't really do much. Same thing on the other side. Can't do much with the arms. So it's okay. So this was my third Zord, so it's okay. It's not bad. Now compared to the beetle, this is a bit better. Horn has articulation, but that's mostly because of the Megazord, the natural nature of it, and the Megazord mode. It turns as well, but again, crane mode. Arms can do that, but again, it's mostly for the transformation. And it's lackluster. But to be fair, you are having a beetle as a toy. You can't really do much with a beetle, so I can't complain much with it. But now it's time for the Ultrazord battle mode. And here we have the Ultrazord battle mode. First things first, head articulation can only go up because transformation. Back and forth for the arms, ratcheting up and down. No leg movement, but to be fair, you are going to be using these are just going to be the legs for, these are going to be basically boots for the Beast X Ultrazord, so can't complain much. Painting and sculpting, really nice, based on I don't even know what it was called in Go Busters. I don't remember, but this was based on Stag Buster, the Beat Busters Megazord, and for some reason they made the port for the crane mode so big that you can't even do the thing where in Go Busters and the original toy and in show, the arm would just go crank, 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 chink, and it would just lock in. I don't know what they were thinking in for the Beast Morphers toys. Like, hey, you know what? How about we just remove the cool ability of that in show, where the Ultrazord arm when going to battle mode, the arm would slide in. Let's remove that and have the arm have one side of the arm have a giant peg for the Zord, and just have it slide in. And not slide in, you gotta open up the hatch after putting the head in, and then crink. You gotta put it at a specific angle to lock it in, which I find very dumb because Goldbusters did it. That was perfect. That was completely perfect. This is just the Goldbusters toy, but with with Power Ranger-esque stuff. There's no real. I don't think there's a difference with besides like size. Like some articulations are the same as well. But whatever. It's still a good one. This is also like the last Zord I got to complete my whole lineup, so can't be too mad about it. But honestly, it doesn't look too bad. Let's combine it with the Stag Zord to make the Striker Megazord. Here we have the Striker Megazord. It's just barely anything of the Stag Zord. Just additional chest piece, gun, weapon, and the face just splits. Again, I'm not dogging Goldbusters. I love Goldbusters. Just they could have done the toy so much better for both lines, but it's whatever. It still looks pretty good, I will say. I can't complain much about that. So, articulation the same as Striker Zord, just now it's limited. And we got this movement too. And now we have a helmet at the butt, for some reason. But honestly, it's not bad. I do like it. It could have used more paint apps, like more metallic paint, like it looks in the show like it's more metallic. But I can't complain much. And now, it's time for the big one. The Beast X Ultrazord. But before I do so, we should look at the little figures as well for the two Rangers. Got silver and gold. In Beast Morphers, these two are brothers. Got Nate and Steel. Goldbusters did them better because gold here needed silver just to transform. But we'll say these are really nice. Could have used a bit more paint apps on here, but again, looks really nice. And now we can get to the main event of the Beast X Ultrazord. And here we have the Beast X Ultrazord. I am not gonna move this thing. This thing is, it's getting kind of hard to work with, honestly. It's more the fact that this is a stability issue more than the figure itself. It's honestly really cool to look at. Like, I love how so simply the Gold Zord split into multiple parts, just so it can be like nice additional bulk for the Zord itself. And also love the fact that all parts of the Zord, all parts of each Zord, without leaving it behind, are integrated into each part of it. So, the previous arms of Beast X Megazord and the Gorilla Head are now part of the backpack, while the mask and the sword from also Beast X Megazord are now a part of the main staff, which is used for the weapon. And honestly, I love it. Again, I still have to complain about the helmet. As you saw from the previous thing, I was struggling to put that on because it was so oddly specific to have on, and it pisses me off. But I digress. Since this set is from the Amazon exclusive, since I also showed off all 5 Rangers, came with this nice display, which, if you want at any point in time, can extend it upwards. It is canon to the show, both Gold Busters and Beast Morphers, where the Rangers would actually just... Actually, they didn't even combine it outside in battle. They actually had to combine it during battle, before they went into battle, inside the hangar. So, I find it interesting. But overall, I love this figure. I love the Megazord. The show, it's okay. I love Gold Busters. So I give this thing a 3.9 to 4 out of 5 stars. So yeah, overall, this thing is really, really good. Arms, they actually do have articulation. It's just that I am not moving those. Okay, besides this one. Oh, I can't even move it because freaking arms in the way, but overall, this thing's not bad. I like it. I would recommend it to someone if you could buy it for a good price for the Hasbro one, or just find a used Gold Buster version because that's way superior. And literally, Hasbro never made the Beast X King Zord, so if we get the Japanese one, you literally have Takagami Lion, which then you can make Beast X King Megazord and Beast X King Ultrazord. Which I still have no idea why Hasbro did not release any of those Zords, and then Dino Fury didn't do this. They did this exact same thing. But then again, I digress. I love this thing. I'm glad I have it in my hands again.
Thanks for watching my video, and have a good day or night. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want. You don't have to. Yeah, see you around.